Well, hello there, I'm some dude with a weird accent, and today I will show you how to make a dual EMB out of an existing texture. Now, for this example, I will use this freckle texture by Kumabound, which I quite like, but I wish it was just not black, just a darker skin tone. Now, fortunately, we can do this with dual EMB. The first thing we want to do is get to the actual texture. Now, to do this, just drag and drop the EMB over EMB Pack V2, open up the new folder, and open dyt.emb in GIMP. Now, the first thing in here is just get rid of everything you want to stay black. So, these, this here, and this little bit down here. Now, the freckle texture now is on the alpha channel right now. For dual EMB to work, we want to have it on the red channel. So we go to Colors, Components, Decompose. Make sure you have RGBA here, and click OK. Now go to Colors, Components, and Compose. Now, as I said, we want the freckle texture on the red. So, because it is currently on the alpha, we select the alpha for the red channel. Now, the others we want to be just blank. So, since the blue channel was blank initially, we set the others just to the blue channel. Click OK, and we have a new seemingly blank picture. Now, if we just have the red, we see there is our freckle texture. Now, we go to Export As, go to the same folder our data 000 is in. We call it data 001 instead. And now you can probably just press export here, but since my GIMP is configured to by default save BC7, which is a good format, but isn't supported by XenoViewer. Now, I have no idea why it defaulted to data 000 again, but let's make sure it actually did that. So, in this window, select compression BC3/DXT5 and make sure that no maps are generated. Now we have a new data 001 DES in our FaceBase folder. Just drag this folder back onto EMB pack, and we have now a new TST FaceBase. The next thing we need to do is add the new color to the dyt.emb. Now, the same thing again, drag and drop, open in GIMP, and now you can just use any dyt ramp for this, but because I want it to look like the skin, just a bit darker, I will just copy and move that here. Just put this to a new layer. Now, the reason we want it here is because this part of the dyt is the normal texture. This part is some environmental lighting. I have no idea what this line would be for. And the next one is for the dual EMB. Now I just want it a bit darker, so I just go to colors and turn down the brightness a bit, like this. Then I merge the two layers back down, go to File, Export As, and override data 000. Again, make sure BC3 is selected. And then pack the EMB. Now the next thing we need to do is make the model actually load our new normal data 001 DDS. So we convert the EMD to XML with LazyBones XML serializer. Open that up in some word process, text processor, which one is completely irrelevant. Copy this line, and since we want to load data 001, we need to set the texture index on this new line to 1. Save the file, and drag and drop the XML back over the serializer. The last thing we need to do, well, not the last one because I forgot a step, but the next thing we want to do is edit our shader. Now this already is 2UNIF stain 3. Now if you have 2UNIF stain, you can just add d2 underscore XVM, and it will work like that. If you have something other than one of the stain, so stain 1, 2, or 3, you will need to copy this from some other file. Now just make sure to put 1 as the value for metcall3b. Save the file. Convert it back. And now let's see how it looks in XenoViewer. It is still black. And that's because I forgot to do something, as I already said. Now, open up the data 000.dds in GIMP again. And then just get rid of the freckles in here. Done. Export as data 000. BC3 again. Convert. And let's try that again. And now we have the freckles in just a bit darker than the skin tone. Well, that's all from me. Have a good day.